What's up everyone, it's IceManAuz, aka Jay, and in this video, I have got for you guys my thoughts on the whole Tmartn and Pro Syndicate scandal. Now, if you haven't really heard about this, basically, they're two YouTubers who affiliated themselves with this Counter-Strike betting site where basically you put things on the line, more specifically weapon skins that are available in the game, and you can use them as currency in real life. They are actually worth a lot of money, a lot of these skins. I believe the Dragon Lore is worth at least a couple of $1,000s. By the way, before we do go on, if I do sound sick, if you haven't seen my hospitalized video, I'll leave that on screen so you can check that out. That's why I sound a little bit odd for anyone who hasn't seen that video. And by the way, I'd like to thank everybody for the well wishes and support. I'm still nowhere near 100%, but I can now finally actually talk, so that is a good thing. But back to the topic at hand, I wanted to give my thoughts on this because a couple of you guys were asking me what I thought about this situation, and normally I do never ever talk about YouTube drama, any kind of drama that's happened in the past, I never talk about it. And it mainly comes down to the fact that everyone does it. It seems to be the new thing with YouTubers where that's all they're talking about just to get easy views. And I never wanted to be considered that kind of a person. However, this is a little bit different. The reason it's different is because it's clear exploitation of children, and I know a lot of people are quick to bring out that card and say, oh, the children, the poor children, but it really is true. If we look at the majority of people who play video games. Now, according to some studies, the majority of people who play video games are actually around the age of 30. But from my personal experience, and I think most people just have a general knowledge of the basis of this. Who has the most time on their hands? Well, it is children, because most grown adults have to go to work. Teenagers who are older, they have to go to school. They don't have as much time. So the most time-friendly geographic of people are children. Now, despite Tmartn, who is actually the owner of this website, who is actually a head of this website, even though he said that he was only getting sponsored with them, he never actually made it clear. And that's the point of contention here. He did say in his apology video, which ironically he took down because people saw right through it, that it was really, what's the best way to describe this? It seemed fake. It really did. It really seemed disingenuous. But he said in that video, they have the website set up so children don't go on it. Well, of course, we know that children will get their mummy and daddy's credit cards and still make it happen. And we also have to take into account the audience of Pro Syndicate and Tmartn's fan base. When you look at it, most of them are children. If you have a YouTuber coming up and say, hey guys, today we got a totally cool new CSGO video. Now, he is totally placating towards a younger demographic with that style of commentary. As someone who has done commentary for a very long time, and I consider myself a good commentator and understand the style of commentary, if I make my voice sound like this, hey guys, how's it going? Today we're going to do a super fantastic discussion and it's going to be a great time. A lot of children are going to enjoy that because I'm raising my voice is going up and down, it's very easy to pick up on. Now, we see a bunch of YouTubers doing this, guys like PewDiePie, Jacksepticeye, they placate towards a particular demographic, and in those cases it's not as bad because they aren't going around promoting betting websites as the owners, masquerading as not owners. So they are being very manipulative to their audience, and it has been taken advantage of because most children aren't going to look into it that much. They wouldn't even assume, not even children, anyone who would actually assume that they own the website unless they actually said it. Only when they got exposed, that's when they're like, oh yeah, it's quite obvious that we owned the website. Oh, well, it's quite obvious now that you actually got exposed for it, right? But here's the thing, I have no hate or ill wishes towards any YouTuber at all. I've had my beef through the days, but I don't have any, negative thoughts towards them. But in this case, it does irk me a little bit. And I don't know, it just seems really shady, man. I just don't know where this thing's going, the whole YouTube drama that's been happening lately, and it all just sort of annoys me. But this really seems to be the tip of the iceberg, and the funny thing is, up until this point, nothing has actually been done. Now, there have been discussions that there will be a lawsuit in place, something, maybe they may end up going to jail, but I'm not sure how many things that they've done they could legally be liable for. Now, I have seen a couple of things here and there. It really has to go into specifics, and I'm not obviously a man of law. I'm not the one looking into these things, but it'll be interesting to see how it turns out. But hopefully this is a wake-up call to any YouTubers out there doing shady stuff in any facet, not just this particular scenario, that eventually you're going to get caught. If you're famous enough, someone's going to stumble upon something and you will get exposed because people want them views, people want that fame, and guess how they do it? They do it this way, by making videos. So with that being said, leave your thoughts about this in the comments section below. My thoughts are like this. Again, it's really shady. I'm disappointed. And most of all, I'm not even disappointed. Well, I'm obviously disappointed in the guys who committed this. But most of all, I'm disappointed that now there's going to be people out there who don't trust YouTubers as much, because they'll see me, for example. Let's say I'm sponsoring a website, and they'll be like, oh, well, what if he's pulling a Tmartn? What if he's trying to scam us? You know, that sucks, man. You know, Tmartn, Syndicate, you've ruined it for all the commentators. That's what I'm most disappointed for. But with that being said, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. And if you did, please like, share, subscribe, and peace.